A world without livestock, well, there's nutritional consequences. There's nutrients that we need that come from meat that are essential, that are either impossible or difficult to get from plants. So that's the first thing that we would be missing out on, is just basic human health, especially for children, developing children. They need those nutrients like iron and B12 in order to have proper brain cognitive growth. Agriculturally, livestock can thrive on most of our agricultural land that is either too rocky, too hilly, or too brittle to grow crops. And so if we were to take the livestock off that land, it's not like we could just grow more crops. And so that land would not be producing food for humans at all. And so we'd have a huge gaping hole in our food system of the most nutrient-dense food possible. And then we also have the economic and cultural reliance on livestock. There are many places in the world that can't support crops, or that, you know, people rely on livestock. In many places of the world, women can't own land, but they can own livestock. And so we have so many rural communities that depend on raising livestock. And those are important people, even though a lot of people in more urban areas want to discount rural communities. These are important places where humans live, where there's rich cultural traditions, and we need to help them by encouraging livestock production in these areas. There's so many pieces of a cow that are not edible that we use in other industries, and so only about 45%, 42% of that cow is actual boneless edible cuts. The rest is fertilizer, leather, which many companies aren't even using leather in their cars, which was the most bio-friendly piece of the car, is now being replaced by plastic. So people are burying hides. There's no use for these leather hides anymore. That is ridiculous. Cows are not being grown for their leather. The leather is a natural, sustainable, environmentally good byproduct of the meat industry. People are not going to stop eating meat, so we should be using the byproducts from the meat industry in other areas, like in the auto industry.